Hello and welcome to this presentation about the development of the Red Cross and Red Crescent emergency fecal sludge management capacities. My name is Julia Zeilinger from Austrian Red Cross, and I'm happy to give you this presentation about the project that was undertaken on behalf of the IFRC. As we know, we have a sanitation crisis. The humanitarian sector is facing more and more disasters in which latrine constructions alone cannot really solve the problem. So then the sector needs answers to these new situations and also people that are ready to respond. Many of you will be familiar with the IFRC Global Emergency Response tools. We have these emergency response units, which are standardized in personnel and equipment and are ready to be deployed on short notice. In WASH, we have some that focus on water treatment, and we also have the Mass Sanitation Module 20, which offers sanitation facilities and hygiene promotion for up to 20,000 people. The objective is always to improve health and to support life in dignity. Unfortunately, we have seen that there are limitations to these existing emergency sanitation options. We've learned from big disasters where there was not enough space, too many sealed surfaces, high groundwater levels, so pit latrines alone were not really able to cover the whole problem. So this is where and why the movement on behalf of IFRC decided that we need more development of emergency fecal sludge management capacities. And within this project, over the last 3 years, we developed a fecal sludge management emergency response unit. What we see as the innovative part is that we follow a phased approach to emergency fecal sludge management. We want to be able to react very fast and at the same time don't forget about the long-term sustainability of fecal sludge management options. So when a disaster hits, we want to reach phase 3, which is a long-term sustainable solution for fecal sludge management very fast. But this takes time. This could be construction of a new permanent treatment plant. This could be repair or rehabilitation of existing infrastructure that was damaged by the disaster. And this needs proper time to do it right. So there is an in-between gap between the disaster hits and infrastructure being fully functional again. And there phase 1 and 2 comes in. In phase 1, this is focusing on fast mitigation of health risks, for example, with lime treatment, which is often expensive and not very environmentally friendly. So we want to shift to phase 2 as soon as possible. And in phase 2, we talk about this newly developed fecal sludge treatment plant, which I will talk about later. It is standardized equipment for fecal sludge treatment. It does not need permanent constructions, no foundations and so on. So it's simplified in construction and operation. And it really should give this time to properly focus on phase 3, find good, sustainable, locally appropriate solutions. So in the fecal sludge management emergency response unit, we focused on development of the fecal sludge treatment plant. It is a one-way mobile unit, which is red-packed and ready and easily to transport. It can be pre-stocked in emergency hubs. And it uses also a lot of standard items from emergency response, like Oxfam tanks and so on. And it is scalable from 2.5 to 20,000 people. This is one part. On the other part, we also focused on a training package, which includes all steps of the sanitation value chain, so from the latrines to containment, emptying, transport, treatment, and also reuse and disposal. It is a cross-training for efficient teamwork in a fecal sludge management emergency response deployment. And the goal was capacity building for the global delegate pool. And this addresses also an additional WASH objectives, namely protection of environment by preventing of eutrophication, for example, by not allowing untreated fecal sludge to go into the environment. So the research project and the pilot was done with many academic partners. It was done with many Red Cross, Red Crescent partners. It is really a movement tool developed on behalf of IFRC. And it also fits to existing tools. So the MSM20 emergency response units covers this first part of the sanitation value chain, and then the FSM ERU takes over and covers the rest of the sanitation value chain. At the moment, we have a pilot plant operating in Imwepi in Uganda. It was constructed and field tested since the beginning of the year under field-like conditions and is currently run and to figure out all the operating parameters, the material parameters, and so on. At the same time, we also focused on the FSM trainings because our understanding is that no new technology should be implemented without proper training and understanding. And we want to build a good foundation and capacity within the movement, within the national societies, partner organizations, people already on the ground to integrate this all into emergency operations. We see that it is not, FSM is not only about the technology, but about the whole sanitation value chain, and the community is really in the center of everything. It's surrounding every FSM operation. It is for us an integrated task that needs to be fit into its environment. There are many roles in an FSM ERU, for example, the team leader or the community engagement and accountability or hygiene promotion delegate, emptying and transport delegate, treatment delegate, laboratory delegate, and all of them together have to work together for an efficient FSM operation. So in the humanitarian field, we find already this expertise, and our training concept allows them or enables them to work together as a team, understand each other, and draw also from their experiences. And the training package gives this common basis for FSM operations. It is a 10 days training, very hands-on and practical. It's full of discussions, of group work and exchange. And we also piloted this training cycle, this training package, and we had 90 participants and facilitators that were part of this FSM trainings over the last months and years. And we are very happy to have contributed to a very good international network of FSM delegates that are now ready to be deployed. The training should also interface with other trainings that already existed or have to be developed in the future, specialization trainings, lab trainings, introduction into Faecal Sludge Management trainings. So it should be seen as a building block, as a puzzle piece in the Faecal Sludge Management topic, and should be built upon, not seen as a standalone or all size fits all solution. So we drew already from experience gathered in the last years in different crises like Bangladesh and also Atal Valley, and we also want to continue to share and cooperate regarding the FSM ERU development. The trainings can be easily adopted to different locations and somewhat also to different technologies. The training package will be published by the end of the project, which is coming soon. And then it should also, all of you are invited to have a look and see if some sessions can be integrated in your trainings, if the whole training can be repeated. It should really be used for the humanitarian sector. Also, by the end of the project, we will have the FSM ERU equipment list ready, and we are looking for further opportunities to develop FSM in emergencies. Our project hopefully gave a good contribution to this topic, but it is not the end. It should be the beginning or the continuation of a journey. We want to share experiences and strengthen the capacity in the humanitarian sector. And if this is of interest for you, please feel free to contact us. Also have a look at our websites. Over the next weeks and months, they will be filled with lots of content. And we are happy to engage in conversations, in discussions, and hope to continue with the Faecal Sludge Management journey. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.